Good morning, I'm Lynn, and welcome to another action-packed day at Ewetopia Farms. And we'll start today with feeding the creep to the lambs. Our bins are empty, so we got to fill them up again. We haven't moved any more lambs out of here recently because we've been concentrating on haying. But as soon as we get that caught up, lambs will start leaving here again. Right now the lambs are basically eating us out of house and home because they're not little guys anymore. The lambs have quickly learned about the grain thing, just like their parents. Even the rams at the back, those are our little keeper ram lambs. They've been conditioned so that when they hear that mixer going, they know what's coming. Behavioral psychology does work. They've all got conditioned responses, like Pavlov's dog. So this barn is mainly lambs and the stragglers that are still nursing lambs. So these guys are all still getting a little bit of grain because we want our lambs to grow to their potential. So they have hay available at all times. They get a little bit of grain morning and night. It's not very much, but it's enough just to keep them on that upward plane of nutrition and growth. Plus they get to go out on pasture and graze. So there's no reason they shouldn't all do really well. And Kit here is upset because we've weaned them off the bottles and she doesn't agree with that. Oh, Kid, I know. We love you, but you're old enough now. Yeah, you're old enough. Poor girl. Now we're letting the Dorsets out for the morning. And Crookie. The other ones are at the feed trough still. Well, he's not haying today because it's supposed to rain. So instead, our front paddock, we're cutting down the kind of dead heads on this field that was a little overgrazed. The ewes are out here. So you can see at the front of the pasture here, they've gone down to the dirt. But we did cut around the field and that did get them to go into the longer grass. And all that's left now is, you can see, it's just the stalks that were really coarse. There are no leaves left, so he's cutting it down so we can get some regrowth. See how barren this, like I'm right into the middle of the field now. The sheep have really eaten this off. And here's what's left of the grass. It's just really coarse stalks. And it's so hard, like I pulled it from the root, but I can't break that, it's so coarse. And they don't eat that. And that's all that's left of this field. So chop her down, keep the sheep off it for probably a month. Hopefully get some rain on it, and it'll all be back for them to come graze on in a month's time. He's using his mower because the mower is out. Normally he'd use a bush hog, but the mower is a lot quicker. And normally he wouldn't use the mower because he doesn't want windrows in the field. But you can see, you can't even tell he's cutting it. It's just the stalks, and it's not leaving any debris in the field. That's what you call overgrazing. Oops. Since we've been cutting hay for the last few weeks, and Darnie also cut down another field, just a small one, this afternoon, that he's hoping to be able to dry bale. But I thought I'd mention what happens if you have too much hay and you can't sell it and you haven't fed it up within a year. So, as you've seen with dry bales, we've actually used our old dry hay bales for bedding, and that's worked really well. I mean, straw is better. It's a little more absorbent and maybe a little easier to roll out, but the hay is a pretty close second. So for the dry hay, that works well for us, but wrap bales are a little more of a problem. They are fantastic at saving you in a bind when rain is coming in, or if you want to get early hay in quickly while it's still young and nutritious, but it's still way too wet to dry bale. So it has a purpose, but it can only stay good for about a year. So what Arnie's doing now is he's taking the bales from this old pile in front of our willow tree here, because we're going to need it for storage for our second and third cut. And he's taking all the plastic off it, and he's going to load it all up and take it out to, we have a swampy area in one of our fields, and he's just gonna dump it in there so that it will just break down over the years. But if you look at the bales, this hay would be over a year old now, and you can see how it doesn't look very yummy right now. Some of it, like this bale, people would actually feed that to beef cows. I wouldn't, but so many people would feed it because inside it would be much better. Some bales are worse than others, but for sheep it's absolutely impossible to feed this stuff. So like I say, we're gonna compost it basically in the field, and over a few years it'll just break down into nothing. And unlike the dry hay, we can't roll this out and use it as bedding because it is wet hay, and of course you can't lay in wet bedding. So that is the downfall with wrapped hay. We plan on feeding all of that stuff over there. It's hard to believe. I think he has almost 500 bales in there, and that's first cut. So our second and third cut has yet to come as well, plus our dry bales. So right now the goal is to make dry hay, and it's right now the hay is older, more mature, and the temperatures are hotter, so we should be able to make dry hay. So right now Arnie's gonna pick all this up. It's a lot of time and effort to do this, but it has to be done, and it could be worse. You could have no hay. One year we didn't have enough hay, and we were buying in some pretty pathetic hay for $100 a bale. So it's a small price to pay, I guess. So Sun's starting to go down. Hi. Hi, you guys. Are so pretty. Yeah, that's a sunset on you. Yeah. You haven't had all your wool trimmed off yet. You're the other quad. You're only partly done. Yeah, we only got part of you done. But we got all of you done because you look really good. Hi. Just rounding up the last of the sheep while Arnie's taking that hay away. And everyone's in the barn except I noticed 3 stragglers down here, I think. What are you girls doing? Oh, 4. Come on, you guys. How come you guys are still out here? You should be heading back to the barn. Don't head back that way. My little Shetland's the instigator, I see. If this sheep goes all the way back there, I'll scream. Okay, you guys, come on. She's doing good, the old girl. And last but not least, oh, hi buddy, hi, I'll feed you in a minute. We're just gonna, it looks like a fire back there. That's the sun going down. It's always a peaceful time of night, just as the sun's going down. Everyone's come in. The rams are all having some hay and getting settled for the night. Sunset over the ram's barn. Come on, buddy, let's go lock them up. Oh, and I'm hearing fireworks, which reminds me, today is Canada Day. So, happy Canada Day to everybody. From Ferdinand and the 44s and everybody else here at Ewetopia Farms. Hey, you look very friendly. Hi. Hi. Oh, hi, sweetheart. Hi, how you doing? Hi. Hi. Oh, Snappy, what are you doing? Is that itchy? Yeah, an itchy spot there. Oh, yeah, that's an itchy spot. I gotta leave these guys and head on because I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. Way too many. Look at the color of the sky by the house. That is not with a filter. I swear to God. That's really, really bright. And as the skies glow crimson over Ewetopia Farms, we're gonna call that a day and hope you'll join us again tomorrow for the next episode. Bye for now.